I'm sitting here with the legendary Jason Mills, who is reinventing how Fort McMurray does recreation. So kind of give me a little bit of a background. How did you start in getting the Facebook group going and then having such a success getting people on all different types of, ATVs out in the community?
Really, after the fire, a lot of friends and people I didn't know, they all lost their machines, or some of them came back, some of them didn't. So I was at a loss, like who to ride with, who's left with machines. So I created a Facebook page in 2016 called Fort McMurray Ride Times and Locations. And from that point, people would just start branching out, asking questions. Where do you ride? Who's going today? I need some help, I'm stuck, that kind of thing. And then over time, around 2022, Mayor Bowman started a campaign with the thought process of possibly making a pilot project where ATVs can ride around the community. Being in that kind of era with the ATVs, I just thought, like, this is something I can go after, and kind of having discussions with council, going to council meetings, evolved into a nonprofit, and changed the Facebook page in 2022 to the Wood Buffalo Recreational Riders Association. From that point, April 6th of 2023, it was actually on my birthday, we got the paperwork saying we're officially a nonprofit association. So from that point, Bowman and council created a working group that we were allowed to give our feedback on what the community is saying, what the needs were. And from that point, we just started developing the needs of the community.
Why is this important to you?
I think ATVing has always been a part of my life ever since I was 5 years old. Grandparents bought me a Honda 70, so it's got a passion of it for definitely over 40 years. Growing up here, born and raised, we left from our homes. We rode with friends all day, all night, and with families. So over time, just there hasn't really been an association to maintain or take care of the trail system. So if you go out in the backcountry past city limits, obviously it's pretty rough, rugged, and bumps you around quite a bit. Other parts of Canada, they have established trails, registered trails, somewhat like the Snowmobile Association. They have groomed trails that are registered with the government, so we're just going down the same path. It's just going to be for everything, including snowmobiles, dirt bikes, quads. It's going to be an all-around recreational trail that can be maintained for decades to come, right, for the future of Fort McMurray.
Tell me about the pilot project. Tell me, where do you think it's going to end up, and how can we make this community use ATVs safely, but make it a community that is if you go to Chip, you can take an ATV anywhere. You go to Anzac, you can take an ATV anywhere. Sapri Creek, you can. I think Fort McMurray, we're surrounded by trails and bush seconds from our houses. Why is that not an issue? So explain that to me.
When the pilot first kicked off, of course, there was a survey to see if there was a need for it or a want for it, which there was a large amount of people did want something like this in our community. And we believed it's something that can work. Like you mentioned, there's several communities that it does work on, that less population, sure, but it does work in other parts of Canada and throughout the US. So we worked with the city to come up with safe guidelines that we felt they were well enough that someone could safely do that and integrate themselves with other vehicles, same traffic rules, speed limits, seatbelts, all that good stuff. And the Abasand pilot project's been in almost 2 years, coming to a wrap. It's going to council for first reading in March, and the new council will have to decide if that's going to stay or not. So I got high hopes it's going to stay. I got really positive feedback. The residents love it. People actually ask realtors to move to Abasand for this reason. They want this access, right? Other residents throughout the other parts of the north and the south of Fort Mac, the voices have been heard, the survey's out.
Would this encourage people to move to Fort McMurray if this was a more open to ATV access points for neighborhoods?
I would say if they were moving here and they're not in this type of lifestyle, I believe they're going to get into this type of lifestyle. If we provide this throughout the community or partial of the community, it's definitely going to be one of those things that's going to engage people to come here and work here and stay here instead of commuting. It's just a benefit to all of us, really, to increase our numbers in Fort McMurray and get it in place now before we do get another boom, because I believe there is that coming as well. There is meetings coming up in March that I'll be showing access points. They have been sent to the working group to review. I made my suggestions, and now basically it's up to the legal team to decide if this is the way we're going to go with it, and hopefully expand it and be successful as Abasand has been.
Why do you want to maintain the trails?
Right now, the trails are there because these are basically old seismic lines, oil and gas exploration from even the 80s. So those oil and gas companies eventually do have a due diligence to actually come back and reclaim that land. So I'm trying to register the trails that are already in place before they're gone forever. It's already happening down south around the Boyle area. The gas companies are coming in and reclaiming it, which makes it inaccessible for ATVs. I want to try to get them in place, registered, maintained for decades to come. Not only for the OHV rider, but also for access for emergency vehicles and stuff, because stuff happens back there. It might be hunting season, somebody's in emergency. If it's blocked off, it's very hard and difficult to get there other than helicopters. So if we can just get these trails actually maintained, it will give that access to emergency services as well, or the fire team that may need to get to a hot spot. And it might not be caused by human error, it might be possibly a power line, like birds hit power lines and actually cause fires as well, and other animals. So I think it's definitely important to have a trail system in the backcountry for that safety of access.
Where do you want this to be in 5 years?
I would like it 100% fully registered with the government, which it's in the process. It's been 2 years and a couple months since I submitted the trails. There's about 107 kilometers I submitted to the government. It's under review. The next step is field visits and then Indigenous engagement. That's with the government. So in the meantime, they gave me the paperwork to fill out for temporary field access, which should be finalized within the next couple months. And that's through the Alberta Off-Highway Vehicle Association. From that point, they'll give me a small amount of funding that I'll be able to go in and start maintaining and fixing the trails so they're smooth for every type of rider level of experience, because not everyone knows how to handle that rut or get out of that mud hole, and they may go out in the woods not prepared. So in that case, the page is also there for them to reach out, ask for help, and likely there'll be one of the 10,000 people on the page who are going to come out and help you. We actually just helped 2 people in the past 24 hours. You can contact us through our Facebook, the Wood Buffalo Recreational Riders Association, and there's also an email in there, WBRRA@outlook.com.